Hey guys, so you probably saw in the last video that this bike is, well, it looks nice with all the painted fairings and engine and stuff, but the rear swing arm really needs some attention from the rest of the bike. You know, nicely painted and stuff, and then you get to the swing arm and it's horrible and especially this hub here. So what I'm going to do is remove the swing arm, also going to remove the shocks, and that's about it. And then I'm going to sand them back and then spray them. So spray them with maybe some matte black, and yeah, that should look nice, I reckon. So what I first got to do is first remove this band brake thing here, just undo that and it slips off, and then get that out of the way. Remove the rear tire, that just comes off with this bolt here and then it'll go through. You just need to remove the little clip, and then yeah, remove the bolt, and then take the tire off. Then I'm going to have to sand back this hub here and spray that up, and I'll also like maybe sand back this rim or something, or do something to it to make it look nice. And then I go to sand back the swing arm and spray that, primer it, spray it, and also I might spray the shocks as well, just this bottom half here, and yeah, make them look pretty. And then I'm also going to take off all these like gear shifters and pegs and kickstarter and all the little things like the stand and that there, and just give them a bit of a spray as well, and that'll be done for the... Alrighty, so I've removed the wheel, the shocks and the swing arm. I still need to take all the bits off the swing arm before painting it and sanding it and stuff, but yeah, it's all removed now. I'll have labelled the shocks right and left. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right and left, so I know which one goes where. Painting this will be pretty easy because this just comes out. So that's the brake pads, and they still got plenty of meat on them. They got about 4 mil. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, I just need to paint. I need to sand that back. Take that off, sand that all back, and spray it, and then spray this as well. I'm probably going to spray the shocks, and then of course sand back that and spray that. Alrighty, so I've stripped down everything off the swing arm. That was just this little thing, which is, I can't remember, bracing for, it's basically bracing for the band brake. It hooks onto here on the band brake, so the band brake doesn't move. And these are the rear foot pegs for the passenger, and that's the chain guard. And this, I don't think this comes off. This is like a, well actually it might do. I haven't even tried yet. Probably does come off. That's for the chain guide. So yeah, now I have to sand it all back. Man, I wish I had a sandblaster. And then I have to primer it and paint it, and then same goes to those ones. Don't know if I'll take the springs out and stuff, but yeah, go sand all that back and then start on the wheel. Alrighty. Hey guys, so now it's I'm going to start painting and prepping this first of all, and then painting it. So I just thought I'd show you guys sort of how to prep item and then paint it. So as you can see, it's pretty dirty, and if you're going to sand this, it's just wasted sanding to get rid of all this shit. You're just going to spend a lot of time sanding it when you could just wash it off. So what I'm first going to do, and also this sort of stuff here, you don't want to get your hands dirty and all that. So what I'm going to do first is first remove the nuts and bolts and put those aside. I've just got all my parts laying here for this particular item. So yeah, I'll take off these nuts and bolts, then I'll get some nice soapy water, hot soapy water, and clean this back as best I can. And then I'll get a bucket of water and some heavy grit sandpaper, like a 400 grit or a 350, and sand this back and try to get all this pitting and rusty shit off, and just, yeah, all the horrible stuff like that. That'll probably come off with just water. And then I'll do a finer 1000 grit, and then finally hang it up and paint it. So I'll probably just hang it up with one of these here or something like that, just a bit of wire off the roof. And yeah, first give it a coat of primer and then finally paint it. So okay, so I've sanded one half of sanding for about an hour. So basically what you want to achieve is just an all-around smooth surface. You don't need to get all the paint off, because if you're sanding one area for like half an hour and that paint still isn't coming off, chances are it won't come off in the near future. You just want a smooth surface. You don't want a lump where the paint is, you just want it nice and smooth. So I haven't painted this side, I haven't sanded this side yet obviously, and this is why it's all lumpy and disgusting. You just want a nice smooth surface all the way around. You can hear that. You don't want any raised parts, you don't want any pitting, you just want nice and smooth. So now I'm just going to spend lots more time, another hour, sanding all this side, then I'll prime it up. I'll wash it first, prime it, then paint it. And that'll stay on there for hopefully years to come. Alrighty, so I've done quite a lot of work. I've removed the rear swing arm and I've painted that. So I chucked on about 3 or 4 coats of primer and then the same of gloss black. I just sanded back the shocks a little bit, but there's no real way of like restoring them unless you like fully rebuild them, like take them apart and stuff, and I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to leave them how they are. They're alright, but yeah. So you can see the swing arm is really nice now compared to how it was before. I just got all my grubby hands all over it, so I have to wash that off. So yeah, I cleaned all this in the parts washer because that was full of all greasy shit. Cleaned all the rubber chain guard. I'll have to re-grease that when I put the chain back on, so the rubber doesn't get chewed up so quickly. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So now what I got to do is, well, I can't do it now because the bike is on this thing and I can't get the parts off really. Once the back wheel's back on, so once all that's all dried and put back together and stuff, what I'm going to do is take off like the kickstart, the rear brake, the foot pegs, the stand and the gear lever, and paint them all with I might just go matte black or I might go gloss, I'm not really sure yet. All this here, this sort of like rusty bit here, I'm not really sure if I might just touch it up or something, but if I just touch it up it might look crappy. So I'm not prepared to paint the whole frame because that is just a major job. But yeah, it's looking good already.